Okay, good morning and a very warm welcome. Thank you very much, Sumeli. I'll actually like to take it from what you've said and ensure a practical implementation of what you have said and what we have done about it. In fact, your 4 points were very impressive when we talk about what's your point of view, how many risks have you taken, and how can you take risks? That's another big challenge. How human are you in talking to your audience as far as the brand is concerned, and how relevant and contemporary you are in the current context. So, my topic, which has been suggested, is how cool brands stay hot, youth and branding. Before I begin my topic, I'd like to take you through a small anecdote. So once, what happened was that a priest was going around the countryside and he saw a very nice farm. He accosted the farmer and asked him, my son, God has been extremely kind to you. He's given you such a beautiful farm and you must be really thankful to the God. So what the farmer said? He said, yes, father, you're absolutely right. God has given me a beautiful farm, but you should have looked at the condition of the farm when God had all the farm to himself. Right, so it is the hard work, it is the understanding, it is being relevant which actually builds brands, which actually builds companies, and that's something which we will see in the next few minutes. We are recognizing that the marketing world is changing rapidly, right? Do you remember the time, many of you perhaps may not, when refrigerators were white, right? When telephones were only black. People used to buy a Bajaj scooter because it had a resale value. When only men smoked cigarettes. And only women wore earrings. Yeah, there was a time like that. I'm sure most of you perhaps sitting over here might not be aware of it. The good news is that times have changed. And now, men not only sport ponytails, but even wear earrings, right? And women smoke and drink. Refrigerators do not have multiple colors, but designs to match the decor of the kitchen. And Bajaj no longer sells scooters. Least to say about the latest phones, and we have the latest 6 as well. Right, so some food for thought for you. If the brand wants to cater to the needs of consumer, it has to evolve with the times. And the consumers, which Sumeli touched upon, the 13 to the 29-year-olds to whom we are trying to address and want to become contemporary is what everyone has in mind today, but because that constitutes a great chunk of India today. So therefore the brand should be able to converse with them and not merely speak to them. You know how Airtel has magnificently carried this forward. It should listen to them, not merely preach. Listen to them, improvise, and communicate back. It should be confident, not to hide weaknesses. Well, we know a lot of features are there in many of the other phones, but Apple still makes an $18 billion profit in a quarter. Right? It should accept mistakes and to the extent of even saying sorry to the consumers. Because it really tells about the humbleness, and people actually pardon a lot of people who actually go out and say sorry for a mistake that they might have committed. And a very interesting one, if I may take you to the next photograph.